Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be sharing with you guys two foundations that I'm thoroughly enjoying. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. So instead of doing separate videos for each one, I thought I would just do a consolidated foundations I'm truly enjoying. So just a little bit of background. The foundations I usually gravitate towards or I favor more than any other formula or category is I like liquid foundations and I like medium to full coverage. I'm not a very sheer foundation or tinted moisturizer kind of girl, although as of late, especially in more humid weather, I've been enjoying CC creams and more coverage skincare products of the like, which will be good for another video. But for this video, I will share with you guys my thoughts on one classic holy grail product which I really have only purchased as of late, and it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and the Diorskin Forever Flawless Perfection Makeup Foundation, which I've just come across recently. So both products are medium to full coverage. They're both buildable, which is why I think I thoroughly enjoy them. And they are obviously both luxury or premium makeup brands, so I thought it would also be a good idea to do a full review on them and just give you guys my thoughts on them. So just a few basics. You do get 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce for both. The difference is in price point. I believe the Armani is obviously more premium. I believe it's about 60 US, whereas the Dior foundation is 48 US. I did purchase this in Canada though, so it's always a bit more. But anyway, you can look at websites of retailers and see how much they're going for in different countries. In the Sephora website, you can see a US and a Canadian price point. A few basics or basis for this review. My skin is normal to combination. It depends on my environment or the current city I'm at. It can tend towards more oily or normal, but it truly is a combination skin. I don't really get much acne or breakouts from products, and my skin tone is a MAC NC30. So the shade that I have for the Armani Luminous Silk is 5.75 and for the Dior is number 30. I begin with the Dior foundation. This is called the Diorskin Forever Flawless Perfection Makeup Foundation. Pretty long. It comes in a glass bottle packaging as most Dior foundations do. It has an SPF of 25, which I think is quite high for most foundations these days that have SPFs over 15 or even 10. So this one is medium to full coverage. I use mine in 030 and that's how it looks. It is not a very liquid-like or liquid-y foundation. As you can see, even holding it up this way, it doesn't start trickling down the palm of the back side of my hand. Now this has mallow extract, which is a very soothing and hydrating ingredient for the skin. Sorry, mallow flower extract. And this foundation boasts of being both hydrating and mattifying. So like I said earlier, this is the mattifying foundation they have in the Diorskin range. So I'm just gonna try to spread this for you guys. Now the way I like applying this with, it actually goes very well with my Real Techniques Face Expert brush or a Cover FX foundation brush. So that's how it looks. You can see right away that it is medium coverage. It's very buildable as well. What I like about the finish of this foundation is, in spite of it being mattifying, it does not look cakey or drying in any way. So it manages to still give just a very perfected and polished makeup look. It will be evident though that you do have something because you will look poreless almost, but it doesn't look fake. It just looks like very beautiful skin. The next foundation is something that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of. This is not the first time I've actually tried it, but it is the first time I did actually finally buy the full size. I've always had a number of Holy Grail foundations with me, so I never really felt the need to go and grab this, but finally I was sold after trying it a couple of times again when I was during my last trip to the US. And I think this is the first time I actually came across a shade that was just perfect for my current skin tone, so I think that's what really brought me to purchasing this. This is the Luminous Silk Foundation from Giorgio Armani. This has won a lot of beauty awards. In terms of what it really has, in terms of key ingredients, is not something that you will find in information packets or product descriptions, even on websites. Bottom line of this foundation is the fact that it is very comfortable and lightweight on the skin, and it truly leaves a luminous glow. It is not a dewy kind of foundation. I've come across, or I've used a few foundations that have a dewy finish, and to be honest, being normal to combination skin, after a few hours of wear, it truly does look almost greasy on my skin and not flattering at all. And that's across the board, even with more luxury or quality brands. This is the first foundation that has a luminous finish that really just wears well throughout the day, and I find that after 3 or 4 hours of wear, it actually just looks like your skin, but so much better. It wears really, really well, and I think that's what makes this product Holy Grail, is that it just manages to not make you look greasy even after a couple of hours of wear. Now, the one thing that I would say about this foundation is that I do have to set it with a setting spray of some sort. My favorite finish is when I set it with my Rodial Dragon's Blood Hyaluronic Tonic. It just sits on my skin so much better throughout the day, but definitely this gives you medium to full coverage. It is buildable, but at the same time it is lightweight as well. Now, compared to the Diorskin Forever, this one feels more like a gel consistency, where this one is actually really more liquid-like. So I'll just show you guys. This is actually the pump. It also comes in a glass bottle. So this is the Armani. And this, if you compare to the Dior, is more liquid-like. As you can see, very liquidy, that it starts just trickling down the back of my hand, but it did so much more than the Dior Forever. I'm gonna spread this for you guys. This foundation, so that you can see that it's medium coverage instantly. This foundation I like applying with my beauty blender. It just works so well with a beauty blender, especially just stippling it on my skin. So that's the Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani. So those are the two foundations that I've thoroughly been enjoying. They both give medium to full coverage, which is something that I prefer than in terms of coverage. Also, they sit very well on the skin. The formula and consistencies are definitely quality, and I like the finish of both. With the Diorskin Forever, I like the matte finish without looking too matte or too drying or too caked on. It still looks natural, just very perfected skin. And with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, this has an HD finish, and I think it really, for special events or special nights out, I think this is an amazing foundation to have. It gives you that HD coverage, but with a very beautiful luminous glow to it that does not look cakey, and if set properly, actually looks very good as it wears throughout the hours. So those are the two foundations that I'm thoroughly enjoying, and I've recently introduced to my foundation collection, and I honestly and truly believe that they are holy grail and worth the full reviews. I hope that was interesting and informative for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.